Hi, it's your Star Goddess. So this is going to be part 2 of the Mandela Effect Conspiracy Monday. So I searched high and low for the Berenstain Bears book, and I finally found it in a closet upstairs, all the way in the back, under a bunch of junk. Okay, now how it got there, I don't know. But this is the cover. Okay, now I distinctly remember it saying Berenstain with an E a couple days ago. Okay, I distinctly remembered. And also the color of the letters were different. It was more of a teal color as well. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fix it. Okay, I'm about to fix this. They might be able to tamper with time, but I can correct it. Okay, so here I go. I need a darker color. It didn't really work. I need black. I got purple. Let me go pause it and get black. Okay, so I got the black Sharpie now. I'm going to correct it on here. I'm going to make it Berenstain. It's still not dark enough. Okay, I fixed it. And I'm gonna fix it on their name at the bottom as well. There. I fixed it. There. Now all is right with the world. The thing is, if you distinctly remember something being a certain way, and all of a sudden, the next seeming like the next second or the next day, it's changed, and it's, you go back in history and try to look throughout, you know, pictures and stuff on Facebook, or if you go get something old that might have had the name on it and it's all changed, you know something is not right in the matrix. So I went ahead and changed it. I'm going to change it inside as well because this ain't right. Not according to my memory. So I am just going to go ahead and change them all. Because who knows? Maybe this is going to affect something in the future. Maybe somebody will dig and find it and say, oh my gosh, there was multiple parallel universe. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to see if there's any more corrections that need to be made. Because they just call each other Mama Bear and Papa Bear and Brother Bear and Sister Bear. So the name might not be in the book. So it's, you know, only thing that really needed to change was the cover and the author names. Yes, I'm just grazing the paper. Okay, so I can't write this small to correct all these little ones, but I'm gonna correct the big one at the top, and there you go. All is right with the world again. I changed it back. Okay. Now, a lot of people recall Interview with a Vampire versus Interview with the Vampire. I have the DVD, so this is what it looks like. I don't know what you remember. I didn't pay that close of attention to it. Maybe people just said it too fast and it all ran together and sounded like A, and they never actually saw it in print. But I don't know, but I distinctly remember this in print, so that's why I corrected that. And I'll leave Interview with the Vampire alone because, like I said, I don't know. So when I was thinking about this, I was like, you know, what if somebody wrote in one of my comments on Facebook, what if we died? Like, what if we died and this is the parallel universe to after we die? And I'm like, what? And then I was trying to think back. When did I die? When could I have died? And there was many times I probably should have been dead, and I might have died. I don't remember, but that's another theory to think about. Like, what if we are dead and we're just in the separate universe where the dead people go? I don't know. But I really do believe that they're tampering with it to see who's paying attention and who's not, who will accept this and who won't, who will speak out on it and who won't. I mean, they're trying to see if, you know, who's a zombie and who's not a zombie, who, you know, because they're not gonna target everyone, because in your memory You know, sometimes people's memories can easily be tampered with, you know, with technology. And if your brain wasn't able to be tampered with, you know, like I said, it could be the reverse. My brain could have been tampered with, and I might be seeing the wrong thing. So let's not say, oh, you're right and you're wrong. Let's just say something is wrong. And whoever brain was tampered with and went with the, you know, went with all of the changes. So if they made changes and they programmed your brain to believe those changes and you believe them without question and you have no memory, then those type of people are easily, you know, mind controlled or able to be programmed. And then there's another set of people who might not be able to be mind controlled or programmed, or maybe they're both a program and they're trying to see if it's going to cause any conflict or major issues with just subtle changes. Because a lot of times before they start doing major changes, they start off small and start doing subtle changes. So you never know. It's just a theory. It's a weird conspiracy. A lot of people might go crazy trying to think about this and ponder it all night, but really, you shouldn't get too deep into stuff like this because it can mess with your mind. That's why I always say stay grounded, find something that you like that will take your mind off things, because a lot of people will just wander away and just get lost in thought and conspiracy, and they'll always be paranoid, and you know, a lot of it's probably true, but there is no reason to go off the ledge. You know, we've seen those people that have gone too far. It's okay to learn about conspiracy and stuff like that, but don't get caught up in it, because that's where things go bad. Okay, I've seen so many people who are so smart, but nobody believes them because they're too deep into conspiracy. And when you get too deep into conspiracy, people write you off as crazy. So that's why I only decided to do Conspiracy Monday on Mondays and not make a whole channel out of it. And I always leave it open for interpretation. I'm not like, this is how it is, this is how it is. I don't care what you think. Illuminati and all that kind of stuff. It's whatever you feel. But I did like to address certain conspiracies because, you know, they're popular topics. And of course, there's always a little bit of truth to conspiracy. So that's why I kind of, you know, dabble in the conspiracy, but I'm not a conspiracy theorist. Not, you know, not an extreme one anyway. Because I've seen those people who are super conspiracy and they're no longer credible. They're the kind of people who seem crazy, but you know, eventually sometimes their conspiracies come true and they say, see, I told you. But you know, they weren't taken seriously enough. So that's why a lot of times when you get too much information and too much knowledge and get too deep into something, you have to have something to ground you or take you away from it for a second, like something distracting. Okay, like TV, videos, music, eating, having a drink, going out with your friends, you know, whatever, cooking. So always have that balance. Don't get too caught up in it. When I first started learning about a lot of stuff, I would get caught up in stuff like that, and it's all I could talk about. My eyes would get all wide and people would just look at me like this. Oh Lord, there she goes. And so you gotta kind of pull back a little bit. You gotta be like, okay, well, these aren't the type of people that are interested in this stuff. I'm not even gonna waste my time or my breath. So what do y'all think about Kim and Kanye? You know, you gotta give them the fake stuff. You gotta, oh, well, what do you think about the presidency? You know, you gotta go into the mundane with certain people. And then some people, they'll be talking about something that you're very interested in: conspiracy, metaphysics, magic, science, and then you can say, hey, blah 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 blah, and you know, they'll appreciate your knowledge. You know, sometimes they say, you know, don't waste your time on people who's not going to appreciate your knowledge. Even in the Bible it says, don't cast your pearls before swine. That's the same thing. So really, don't waste your time trying to convince people of anything conspiracy wise. If you know that things aren't right, you don't have to go and blast it to the world. You know, make a video or whatever you gotta do, but that's fine. But you don't have to go be an advocate for it. Okay? All you gotta do is take your book and just change it back to the way it's supposed to be. In your mind, you know? That's all you can do. That's all you can do, because they already changed it. So just change it back. That's all I say. And like, it really doesn't bother me whatever they changed or whatever was changed, any minute detail, you know, as long as we're happy, you know. It's, and then they're gonna have some people like, well, what if I won the lottery in another parallel universe? You know, maybe my life went for the worse. I don't know, maybe. You'll never know. Now, will you? And I was also going to talk about doppelgangers. Maybe this is why people see doppelgangers of themselves, like an exact version of yourself in spirit form. Someone that looks just like you, like, you know, and then they disappear. Maybe that's you in a parallel universe. Or maybe you see someone that looks like someone, but it's not them. Maybe it's them in another universe and y'all haven't met yet. Or, you know, they have a different name. You never know. So, and a lot of times people are connecting spiritual activity with multi or overlapping dimensions. Like, we might see a ghost, but it could possibly be we're looking into another dimension of a person over there that seems to look like a ghost, you know, and then we might be a ghost to them. But when things overlap or change or something like that, we start to see these little subtle changes here and there in the spellings of things like Looney Tunes. How many remember Looney Tunes spelled Toons? Okay, now if you go back and look at all the old stuff, it's spelled Tunes, like music tunes. And that's weird. Okay, now here's another one. The Luke, I Am Your Father. I found it on YouTube. Check it out.
Obi-Wan never told you what happened to your father.
He told me enough. He told me you killed him.
No. I am your father. Say what?
See, it says, no, I am your father. And that was the original Star Wars. So if y'all remember Luke, I am your father, then you're from the other parallel universe too. Okay. Also, what else? Oh, Forrest Gump. Forrest Gump. Someone said, I don't know, I haven't checked this out, but y'all go check it out. Someone said Forrest Gump, life is like a box of chocolate. Is now life was like a box of chocolate. So let me check that out. Let me see if I can find that. Hold on, you guys. Check it out. Check it out, y'all.
Those must be comfortable shoes.
Hold on. Okay, I'm trying to rewind it.
You never know what you're going to get.
Oh, God. I didn't do it for enough. Okay, sorry.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Did y'all hear? It says was.
Life was like a box of chocolates.
Okay, so I don't know. Maybe it was. I don't remember. I thought it was is. I kept saying is. Life is like. I know it was is. Okay, I don't know. Are y'all lost too? Okay. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you a few examples, and then if you look up Looney Tunes, it's the same thing. It's spelled different. Even if you go to the old school Looney Tunes, it's spelled with U-N-E-S instead of O-O-N-S, like cartoons. They put it to like tunes like music, which is weird. It doesn't make sense, right? So it's just a weird thing, and people are just like, oh, what happened? You know, this is unbelievable. Everything I knew is like not real anymore. But I don't care. It doesn't bother me. As long as I'm getting what I want and I'm happy in this lifetime. Y'all can change the spellings and stuff. As long as y'all don't change anything major, I'm good, unless y'all make me win the lottery. Okay. I'm not going to spend my life worried about this. I'm not going to spend my life pulling my hair out over it. You know, if they want to change the name to Berenstain Bears, that's fine with me. I'll just change it back if I have a book and I'm I'm still going to pronounce it the same. Doesn't matter to me. So I will see you guys later. This was kind of just like a follow-up to my last video, just to add some more things that I might have left out, and to also challenge you to go and look for things that have changed and you know, no one has noticed. So keep your eyes open for that, okay? Also, if y'all have a suggestion for next week's Conspiracy Monday, put it in the comments and I'm gonna take a look and I'll see what I can do, if there's something that I can cover. And I would rather cover something that's you know, a little bit modern, not something super old or done 1,000 times. So keep that in mind as well, okay? I'll see y'all later. Bye.